Hi, you're watching News 9 Digital. I'm Pratibha. Thank you for joining me live today. The controversy around Vijay Sethupathi's latest movie 800 seems to be never ending. Now, several popular personalities from the Tamil film industry are also asking for the boycott of the movie. Sri Lankan cricketer Muttiah Muralitharan has also come forward with a statement on the issue, and he has responded by asking if it is his fault that he was born a Sri Lankan Tamil. Now, the motion poster of the veteran Sri Lankan cricketer, the biopic 800, was released quite recently, after which the hashtag Shame on Vijay Sethupathi has been trending. And in the past as well, there are several pro-Tamil groups that have called for a ban on several other movies as well that have a Sri Lankan connection. And there are several issues that a few have raised on it, on whether Muttiah Muralitharan was a sympathizer when the civil war was happening in Sri Lanka. He did not really speak up. More than anything, he did not speak against the atrocities that were being meted out. And that seems to have angered several Tamils. But is it really right to ban a movie, call for the boycott of a movie and of a particular actor just because he is agreeing to play that? It's a sports biopic. So should there be so much outrage or not? To discuss more on that, joining me live is political analyst Sumant Raman. Many thanks for joining us, Mr. Sumant Raman. There's a lot of anger brewing in Tamil Nadu, it seems like, over the motion poster of the movie that has been released. Where's your stand on it? Do you see it as a political line to it, or is it something that was expected? Because the makers have very clearly said that this is a sports biopic and nothing else.
No, I think it is a political issue. It's being made into a political issue. I don't think that the vast majority of people in Tamil Nadu are strongly opposed to it or anything. There are small groups within the state which constantly rake up these issues for their political benefit. So I don't see this as something that has deeply perturbed most of the people in the state. Some small groups are there, fringe groups which make their political points through such activities. And in any case, nobody has seen the biopic. Nobody knows what's in it. Nobody knows what's objectionable. And yet they are objecting to it. I don't know. I mean, it really is appalling.
Absolutely. And this is something that happens quite often as well, isn't it? In this case as well, it is on the sports star, but the anger seems to be about the fact that he did not speak about the civil war that was happening at the time. He was seen as a sympathizer, but even now the anger is not directed towards him per se, but it is directed towards an actor who is ready to play that. So do you think that actors quite often become a soft target when it comes to these issues?
Actors are soft targets. Look, Muralitharan is employed as a bowling coach of the Sunrisers Hyderabad team. Sunrisers Hyderabad is owned by a Tamil. So, I mean, what are we talking about? I mean, nobody has come out and protested that. Nobody has come and called out the Sunrisers group, who are part of the Sun TV group in Tamil Nadu, for having hired Muttiah Muralitharan. Now, if that is not double standards, I don't know what is. And I think the difference is they are a very powerful group with political backing, whereas Vijay Sethupathi at the moment is a soft target. So they'll go after him for some time and try to make sure that he doesn't act. Yesterday, I was on a debate on India Today.
Okay.
And one of my fellow panelists actually said if he knows what is good for his future, he should withdraw from this project. I don't know what that means. That, to me, that sounded like a threat.
Okay. Okay, you know, this is something that we've seen before. We've seen that with a few other movies as well. We saw that with Padmavat quite recently, in the recent times as well. Apart from that, with another ad as well, we saw that kind of outrage. Do you think that when people give in to such kind of anger, that's what encouraged such anger to, crop up yet again? Because it happened with Padmavat. The name of the movie was changed. It happened with the jewelry ad as well, because the ad has been withdrawn. So does this give now, a boost of sorts to those who are causing outrage over trivial issues?
It does. And I think that what happened in Padmavat was an absolute disgrace. I think most people had not even seen, most people who protested and threw stones on theatres and stuff like that had not even seen the movie. So I think that this kind of thing is spreading all over the country. And it's about time that in different state governments, for their political agendas, decide to take a stern stance or decide to be lenient when some of these protests happen. And this leads to the feeling that a small group who are vocal and who are prepared to, indulge in violent activities can derail any film or any creative work in this country. It's not just a film. It could be a book, it could be a movie, it could be a play, it could be anything.
Yeah.
And all it needs is a group of a few hundred or a few thousand people, and they can get the screening stopped.
Absolutely. So my last question to you, we've seen how even though the cricketer has responded to this kind of outrage, there's no statement as such from Vijay Sethupathi. Would you say that's a best way to respond to it? Because many also see any such controversy around anything as a publicity stunt as well. A movie is releasing, so, create a controversy around it. So there's more interest that is created around it. So is it best to leave a controversy like this by not talking about it like what Vijay Sethupathi has done? Or you think anything that's being spoken of really works in favor of the movie?
I was told that he has unofficially clarified that the movie was predominantly, almost entirely about cricket and Murali's career as a cricketer and his journey from the early days and so on. So I don't think that he has remained silent, and apparently he is known about this for about 6 months now. So it's not something that cropped up yesterday and he agreed to it. So I think I expect and I hope that he will be firm in his stand. And these kind of things, should not be encouraged. If the movie is cleared by the censors, it is good enough. You don't like Muralitharan, you don't like his, views, don't go and watch the movie. It's perfectly, you have a choice.
Right.
Give it the thumbs down, no problem. But to say that somebody should not act, somebody should not produce, somebody should not direct a movie because I don't like the man is not fair.
Absolutely. All right. Many thanks, Mr. Sumant Raman, for joining us with your views on the subject. So, the controversy has been raging on, and initially it was a few fringe groups that raised their opposition to the movie. But apart from that, now several Tamil film stars have also come out, asked for the boycott of the movie because it is on a Sri Lankan Tamil star, somebody who has been celebrated in his time. Now he is part of a cricket team as well. But despite that, there is outrage about it. Is it really political? Is there something more? Is it even right for people to say that no, this movie should be boycotted, such a movie should not be made at all because I don't like it or a few others don't like it? Well, let us know in the comments section. I look forward to your comments on that. Thank you so much for watching this video. I'll see you in the next. Take care.